All right, here's a problem-solving question where you're trying to find out how much money to invest at a different interest rate. So they say you've got an inheritance of 70,000 bucks. That's how much you have to play with. You invest part of it at 11 and part of it at 9. And then the income from all the investments is 7,100 bucks. And that's after just 1 year, right? Annual income, so 1 year. So then the question says, well, how much did you invest at each one of those amounts? So this is sort of how I'd figure it, is I'd say, okay, I've got some amount at 11%, and I invest that and I make money on it. So this would be my the interest on that money. And then I invest more at 9%, and that's my interest on that money, how much I make. And they say that the total of that is 7,100. So if I add those two together, it gives me 7,100 bucks. So now I got to figure out how much, or how I would figure out the interest at 11%. I know that the formula to figure out interest for anything for a year is, so interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. So that's what each of these things are: a principal times a rate times the time. So principal at 11% times the rate at 11% times the time for that one, plus same thing over here, PRT is equal to, has to add up to 7,100. Well, the principal I don't know. They tell me I got 70,000 bucks altogether, but they don't tell me how much I invested each one. I got to figure that out. So why don't we call this first one X, for lack of a better one. The rate's 11%, so that'd be 0.11, times the time is 1 year. Plus, okay, the principal for the other one, if I invest X at 11%, then I have to invest the remainder of it in the other one, right? So this one, the principal will be 70,000 minus whatever I put in at 11%. Okay, times the rate. This rate is 9%, times 1 year. And all that has to add up to 7,100. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So if I simplify this, this will be 0.11x. If I simplify this, this will be 70,000 minus x times 0.09 is equal to 7,100. Now I should distribute this across there. So 70,000 times 0.09. I got to figure that out. Clear that. 70,000 times 0.09. Whoops. 0.09. 6,300. So 0.11x plus 6,300 minus 0.09x is equal to 7,100. Okay, gather my x's, so that'll be 0.02x. And then the 6,300 I'm going to subtract on each side. So 7,100 minus 6,300, that's about 800. Not about, it is 800. And then divide both sides by 0.02. I don't know what that one is. Probably 40,000 or something. Clear. 800 divide 0.02. 40,000, yeah. So x is 40,000. And x is how much I invest at 11%. So this is 40,000 is invested at 11%. So the remainder of the 70,000, or 30,000, must be invested at 9%. Okay, hopefully that helps with that question.